Welcome back to day 2 of our Week 7 LCS coverage. We're happy to be joined at the Analyst Desk by Lemon Nation and Meteos. And in honor of Week 7, I just got to say, 4 of your champions had 7 characters in the name. Was that at all on purpose?
Is that including the
little dash on Kha'Zix? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or if you want to do like high Lulu or Lulu picks, you could have all of them.
Okay. Yeah, that actually does go into our planning quite a bit. Yeah. We really try to make sure our champions have the same number of letters in their name, so they synergize well. Yeah,
it seemed to work out for you guys. So coming in against TSM, of course, Reginald there in the mid lane. I know earlier, Meteos, we had an interview with a video interview with you, and you said, yeah, you know, it's not as like respected, I guess, to beat them without Bjergsen, without their full lineup. Do you guys still feel good about this win?
Well, I still feel good about the win because we played really badly yesterday, and everyone was kind of sad after we lost. And I think we played a lot better today, so I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, and Lemon, yesterday matching up against Sheep and Zune in the bot lane. Today, Wild Turtle and X Special, but you guys dominated that lane. Talk to me why it went so well.
Well, Meteos did an amazing early gank that it just set the lane free, basically. That early kill just completely gave us the lane, made it very easy.
And what happened yesterday that you guys improved on?
Yesterday, I was just playing really badly yesterday. It just went badly, I would say.
We were all playing pretty badly yesterday. I've been sick this weekend, which it's not really an excuse to play super bad, but I don't think I was playing 100%. And we ended up with a really awkward team comp that we hadn't exactly practiced too much, which didn't scale very well. And we made too many mistakes to capitalize on just winning early game, and we eventually got outscaled through a series of bad decisions.
So then speaking of things you guys haven't played together before, Lemon, you brought out Morgana here. We don't see her very much in North America. Talk to me about this champion.
Well, Morgana is a very strong champion as a support right now. I don't know why she hasn't been played that much, but in that situation, she was definitely the correct pick. We've been playing her in scrims for a while. It just hasn't come out yet.
What's that situation?
Well, basically, Annie is banned. Thresh is... And they have Thresh, so Morgana is the best versus that shit.
Because you don't want to pick Leona into that.
Yeah.
Okay, And Meteos, just staying on champion select a little bit, your first Kha'Zix pick of the game. Why against Wukong and in with the situation?
Well, I wanted to play sort of a better scaling jungler than Lee Sin because, you know, my Lee Sin wasn't that good yesterday, and I haven't been playing him as much lately, so I wanted a champion that was still strong early game but could also scale well. And we sort of guessed they would have a team comp looking like they did. When we were going through champion select, we basically guessed every single pick they would do. And so Wukong and Mundo can't really punish you early game at all. So Kha'Zix can sometimes get punished early game by like Elise in or Elise or something, but I was able to get by early game, and then he just scales really well.
I'll also say that we picked Morgana before their junglers picked, and they basically had 2 options before we picked that, Vi or Wukong, and picking Morgana basically forces them into the Wukong pick.
Yeah, because ulting a Black Shield seems less than powerful.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good one there. Cool. So you guys, of course, did very well in this game. How overall did you kind of keep yourself so far ahead? You won the laning phase. How did you kind of drive through?
Well, I'll answer it. Well, we got a gank off bot, which was probably the most important lane for winning the game, especially because in the early game they had a sort of bad trade level 1 before the creeps even spawned. And so I was able to get that gank off, and then mid won on his own, and top got a solo kill on his own too. So basically when you win all 3 lanes and you have a great scaling comp, we just have to play solid, you know, try to contest every dragon. They got 1 early, which was sort of a miscommunication by us. Our bot lane had to recall, and then they made a good play of capitalizing it and rushing it. But then after that, we timed every dragon, tried to time all their buffs, and just go for as many objectives as we can, and then play carefully. Because the only thing they could do is really like have a flash Wukong initiate to win a fight, because we were so far ahead, and we just watched out for that. We had a Black Shield to guard for it too, and we were pretty much just able to close it out. Yeah,
and there's actually a really big dragon fight where you guys really took control of the game. It was after an interesting fight in the mid lane. Let's get that clip up on the screen, actually. And Meteos, talk to me about this dragon steal and what you guys were thinking coming into this fight.
All right, well, this fight we messed up a little bit because Shyvana was kind of far away when we started it, but they started on Dragon, and Kha'Zix is actually a really good Dragon Stealer because he has such a long range and high burst. I guess I got kind of lucky stealing it there because it was a 50-50. And then from there, usually whenever a team's really trying to rush Dragon and just commit to it, they give up positioning to do it. And so we had a better positioning, you know, flanking them. Balls eventually got there, has the world's best Dragon ult. And yeah, we just came out really ahead.
Anything to add, Lemon?
No.
Perfect. Nope. Meteos did a perfect job there on that call. So then, of course, coming through, also new champions coming in, Lulu in the mid lane. I know we've been seeing her a lot more recently. It seems like she's a slightly lower damage mid laner. Like, was the Kha'Zix synergy there on purpose to have damage there, or were you happy to play these champions in isolation?
Well, we had a lot of synergy between Lulu with Shyvana and with Kha'Zix. So Morgana plus Lulu ult on either a Shyvana or a Kha'Zix is basically an unkillable machine that's going to control the team fight.
It seems to work really well for you guys. So we actually do have another team fight we want to have you guys walk us through. It's in the bottom lane, if we can get that on your screen. It's kind of later on in the game. And you guys kind of come up big here.
Yeah, you got a big lead coming into it. What was this chase like? How'd you pull it off so well?
Well, we didn't know they were in that bush until they actually came out, but we kind of expect them to try to make a play. And we were basically just so far ahead that they couldn't do anything. We had Black Shield out on high, so they couldn't burst him down. And I'm faster than them, so I can just get up and catch, and we just cleaned up.
Do you have any thoughts when you throw out Dark Bindings, or is it all feel?
You kind of want to wait till they kind of do the fake dodge first, and then you throw it, since they kind of like play into it. So I kind of waited till he did like a little bit dodge backwards, and then I throw it at him directly.
There's one thing I want to bring up, actually, because most of the Morganas we saw up until now are mid laners who can get a Zonias really early on. And you're playing a squishy champion who's usually giving shields to someone else, and Zonias will be like a luxury item 30 minutes in. How do you navigate that with Soul Shackles?
Well, you basically just sit back and peel for your AD carry with ult. That is the most you can usually do. You usually can't go in and actually ult onto their entire team. You'll just die really quickly. Like their AD carry will just kill you before your Soul Shackles actually pops.
And so you play a lot more defensively. Do you have any tricks for getting a Black Shield off on people in time? You often have to like react to spells as they come in.
You just watch. Watch the enemy characters.
Watch closely?
Yeah.
Okay. No special hotkey tricks or anything? You're not like ready to press different buttons?
No.
Just good mouse movements?
Yeah.
Okay, just curious.
I mean, now knowing you guys picked up one more game on TSM, you're fairly close to them. You're heading into a super week as well. What's your preparation going to be like in this next only couple of days? It starts on Friday.
Well, this next week's going to be super busy for us. We have some sponsor obligations this week, and we're going to basically have a full week of scrims, 8 hours a day on top of everything else. And then we have Super Week, and then right after that, we fly out to Poland directly after our Sunday games. So it's going to be a super busy week for us, but I'm excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of work, and hopefully we can prepare really well and do well in Super Week.
When you come in a week like that, do you prepare like new strategies, or do you say, let's make sure we rehearse the old strats we already have?
Well, I don't want to totally give away our strategies. Maybe a little bit of both.
Okay, maybe. 5 poppies?
Yeah, it's possible.
Definitely.
And Lemon, aside from your own team, who you want to go on the next big streak, we had our Twitter question of the day, actually. What's the next NA team that's going to go on a big surge? Do you have any predictions of the other 7 teams? Who's most likely to do well in the next bit of the season?
I mean, CLG has already started doing extremely well, and I think they'll continue to do extremely well. Besides that...
What specifically about the CLG team impresses you the most?
I don't know. They've just been playing extremely solid. Like, they haven't been making any mistakes late game like they used to. Like, their calling just seems on point now. And they're all great mechanically, so I think they'll keep rising.
Okay, so I actually want to bring you guys back to a topic we had at the beginning of the day. We had a piece on shot callers, and I know you guys are talking about your team as well with this one. What I want to know is, you guys have always had really decisive shot calling. You've always been able to engage fights really well. Has everyone sort of learned the types of fights you tend to go for? Do you find you have to speak less as the team matures?
What do you think?
I'd say a little bit. Sometimes we just go into a fight without really saying much at all. Usually 5v5, at least someone calls it like hi or me. We'll call it like go, go, go. But there are times, especially when I'm ganking for bot lane, where we don't say a single word during the fights. We just sort of know what everyone's going to do. And so I think there is that, synergy that builds up after playing with each other for so long that we just know what to do.
Yeah, that seems to work out really well for you guys. So again, congratulations on your win. We'll see you guys for 4 big games during Super Week. And good luck. You see if you can reclaim first place. Guys, we got more going on. We're going to send it back to Riv and Kobe for our next game.